Two Unhappy Campers, released in 1988. Developed after Robert Hiltzik sold the rights for the series to his producer Jerry Silva, who helped to make the first movie. Sleepaway Camps Part 2 and 3 were filmed back-to-back and are very different from the original. While the first movie had plenty of unintentional hilarity,
I believe there's a whole bag.
Sleepaway Camp 2 is an outright horror comedy, since director Michael A. Simpson and writer Fritz Gordon wanted to do something different with the quote-unquote dead teenager slasher subgenre. Thus, Unhappy Campers focuses much more on humor and features so many meta moments that I'm surprised Angela doesn't straight up wink into the camera.
Good night, campers.
Speaking of Angela, for parts 2 and 3 she was recast. Since Melissa Rose was in college, it didn't quite gel with the new direction of the series. Instead, the character, who has undergone sex reassignment surgery, is played by Pamela Springsteen, younger sister to the boss. Pamela didn't have a huge acting career, but I do love that her first role was in Fast Times at Ridgemont High as a cheerleader alongside Kelly Maroney, who played final girl Allison in Chopping Mall. I always love finding little horror connections like that. Pamela Springsteen's Angela is much more chipper and talkative than Melissa Rose's quiet portrayal, and she's got a very clear motivation for her murder. She absolutely loves summer camp and hates when kids misbehave.
There's lots of good kids. We just have to weed out the bad.
Those good and bad kids that Angela's gonna have to weed through are, for some reason, mostly named after 80s Brat Pack actors like Emilio Estevez and Charlie Sheen. I wonder if it was weird at all on set, since Finally is played by those guys' sister, Renee Estevez. It's another meta aspect to this movie's self-aware style of humor, but thankfully, most of the cast gives some surprisingly good performances, especially Pamela Springsteen, who really makes the Angela character her own. If only more of the kills were on screen or had better special effects, this movie could have been one of my favorites. But even if they're off screen, there are still plenty of kills to count here. So let's take a trip back to summer camp and get to that. The movie begins around a campfire at Camp Rolling Hills. Wait, is that Uncle Joey telling ghost stories? One of these Coulier campers, Phoebe Cates, has a story of her own and submits for the approval of the Midnight Society the tale of Camp Arawak, complete with graphic details about its victims.
One of the cooks got boiled in some water.
Tasty. Hey, dude. You need to cut it out. Camp counselor Angela arrives and interrupts Phoebe's story to take her back to the girls' camp, leaving the boy campers behind to discuss the fate of the Arawak killer and the merits of government spending.
He went into a psycho ward a couple years ago, and while he was there, the doctors gave him a sex change, and our parents' taxes paid for it.
Like I said, this movie's humor is much more intentional than the original. But hey, at least we still get some classic boy pop.
You've seen this commercial before, right? A young black man dribbles a basketball, stares the camera down, then drops some knowledge about life and sports.
But hey, at least we still get some classic boy pals. Angela, who now goes by Angela Johnson instead of Angela Baker, great alias, does not mince words when it comes to her judgments of other people.
Slut.
She tells Phoebe that she doesn't deserve to be at camp, and then enforces her dogmatic beliefs by removing Phoebe from the camp roster. After using a tree branch to deliver a gloopy globby head thwack, Angela cuts out Phoebe's tongue for having such a filthy mouth. The effect isn't spectacular, but at least it's better than the dead acting on display here. There's some very obvious flinching going on there. Better just get ourselves to the title card. Play that 80s coke rock. Yeah, feels like these opening credits are taking place inside an airplane. Angela's cabin of campers in this movie is much more developed than the campers in the original film. Instead of actual adolescents playing pranks on each other, we've got much more grown-up sexy teens doing their usual sexy teen stuff, like this girl Allie walking around giving us gratuitous nudity, or these Shope sisters and their love of getting
Wasted.
Angela tells them all that Phoebe was sent home for being a bad girl. And speaking of which, why don't you put a top on, Allie?
Nice girls don't have to show it off.
Angela also breaks the news of Phoebe's early exit to camp owner Uncle John, as in John Hughes. Although Uncle John might be undercover KGB, he's thankfully not a pedophile in the mold of Mafia men. And he's actually very supportive of Angela's pep and camp spirit, naming her Counselor of the Week before giving her the stage in the rec hall. Before she starts a rocket, Angela calls up Molly, a virginal final girl type, and Allie, that naughty topless chick, to help her perform her favorite song, I'm a Happy Camper.
Oh, happy camper, I love the summer sun.
I wonder why this is her favorite song.
And with the grace of God, I'll camp until I die.
Oh, that's why. The death part. During the requisite rec hall scene, Vice Girl Molly sparks up a relationship with camp punk Sean, and later they develop some actually believable chemistry together, laying out by the pool. Their budding romance even survives a desperate attempt by promiscuous Allie to get Sean interested in her instead. You can't just win him over with a wet t-shirt, Allie. He's not Joe Francis. After blowing off a pickup attempt by that Uncle Joey-esque lead counselor TC, short for Tom Cruise, baby, Angela creeps into the woods and finds those two Schultz sisters getting real movie drunk and real movie high. They're pretty much begging to get killed by Angela.
I love to drink your pot. And if you pay me money, I'll let you use your console.
Uh-oh. Angela is not a fan of parody artists, and she's even less a fan of exhibitionism. So when she finds one of the Schultz sisters making out with a dude the next day, she sends him away and deals with the drunken druggy sisters with her own special Angela methods. By which I mean she wakes one of the sisters up to the charred corpse of her siblings, spits out a Nancy Reagan quote,
Say no to drugs.
and then lights the living sister ablaze. They actually had to have the first sister be a charred skeleton here because Amy Fields, who played her, was underage and couldn't be on set for any graphic kill scenes. That's also why she's passed out in the prior scene instead of making out with a dude like her sister. Clearly, even the kills in this movie are more funny than scary. It's part of this movie being mostly a comedy. And you know what was the height of comedy in 80s cinema? Yeah, panty raids! Especially when they're done with a wacky guitar backing. Angela predictably breaks up the panty party, but even though she's pissed, the girl campers make quick plans to get revenge on the guys by having a jockstrap raid. And it's done to the exact same music, too. That's a pretty funny riff on the panty raid trope. Good job, movie. When Angela arrives to break up this job camp, she gets inadvertently flashed by camper Bear Winningham. That accidental eyeful enrages Angela enough to murder Bear that night with a power drill in the passenger seat of her car, which in real life was owned by the special effects makeup artist for this movie, Bill Splat Johnson. The next day, Angela's enjoying some post-murder quiet time when Molly finds her chilling at this abandoned cabin. Molly confides in Angela about her relationship with Sean and her trepidation since Allie likes him too. And because Molly is a good girl, Angela is friendly and supportive.
Sean's smart. He knows a good thing when he sees it.
Oh, that's nice. She's still super judgmental about others, though.
Allie, she's more experienced. Which means she probably has a disease or two.
Yeah, Angela doesn't like anything having to do with sex, and she's definitely not a fan of these two little turds, Charlie and Emilio, who have spent the whole movie taking peeping Tom shots of the constantly topless female campers. Angela catches them and is shocked to discover a near nude of herself in their collection. Damn, what do you think? I think they're dead meat. Real dead meat. And as if those pre-adolescent perverts weren't bad enough, Angela's also gotta worry about campers Anthony Michael Hall and Judd Nelson, who plot to get back at her for being such a buzzkill, all while she's clearly within earshot.
Has a little dookie in her pants.
Yeah, high five for Dookie, brah. That night, they set out on their plan to scare her, with Anthony dressed as fisherman pizza-face Kruger and Judd looking like Jason if Mr. Voorhees were a street hockey. Anthony loses his finger knives and finds them perched upon a log, where they promptly slit his throat. Damn, Tony, Freddy went like 8 movies never cutting himself. At least, unintentionally. And you get killed with your own finger knives your first night out with them? Amateur. Then the character dressed like the killer from my first ever Kill Count franchise is attacked by one dressed like the killer from my latest Kill Count franchise. Because look at Angela's costume. Oh, it's fucking Leatherface! And as Bubba Jr. Tomched, she kills Judd with a chainsaw slash to the leg, followed by an off-screen butchering against the ground. Now, Angela, you'd better stay in character and eat that body. You never want to half-ass a role. There are a couple of scenes with characters talking, and a couple of scenes with characters fucking, before we finally get to the next kill. After Allie finds a note, ostensibly from Sean, telling her to meet him later, she goes to the abandoned cabin rendezvous and finds Angela waiting for her instead, who voices her disapproval of Allie's lifestyle before stabbing her in the back a couple of times with a knife. She then drags the injured Allie into an old outhouse and shoves her into the shithole, stamping her down with a stick into the cesspool of feces and leeches. Oh god, that's so gross. And the sound effects, man? That shit pit's not full of skull valley. Close her mouth. She's ultimately killed via septic drowning, with Angela's only regret being how long it took her to do it.
You should have been the first to go.
This whole time,
3, 2, 1, go!
about the Soviet Union's storm of steel until the report tank was the best tank. I drew the 5-star T4 car before foul time.
Only a rookie like you would think T-34 is powerful. I have the 5-star Lion tank with the thickest armor, the highest HP in the warpath, and a 5-star Nash arm and a
regret being how long it took her to do it.
I should have been the first.
This whole time,
But
for all her murder, and
Butch. Stone. I'm gonna make that YouTube video. Oh, I'm a pick up a bag to drink. It's like I'm getting drunk.
has been saying that the actually dead campers have been getting sent home for misbehavior. That story begins to crumble when campers 9 women, giving us a
Ba-ba-ba! Dude. Dude. Are you gonna join? Wake the fuck up!
runtime of 80 minutes. That left us with a kill on Boy Camp 2. Well, pretty for 4 minutes. I'll give the golden chainsaw the coolest kill to Allie. It's easily the most memorable kill of the movie, and a pretty unique one. Plus, I've got to give props to actor Valerie Hartman, who had to get all those gross fake leeches put on her face. She even had to keep them on during a lunch break on set. Good luck keeping that meal down. No machete for lamest kill will go to that Matt guy, because, like, who the fuck even was he? And that's it. Boy Camp 2, Unhappy Campers, came out in 1988 and was immediately followed by the third film, Teenage Wasteland. I'll look at that one next week, but until then, I'm James H. Dees. This has been the Kill Count. Thanks a lot for watching this Kill Count. I want to thank some patrons like Thomas Horton, Travis Jenner.
You ever wondered what actors and actresses do when they have to get in shape really fast for a movie? Because I can promise you, it's not the same diet that you're following and the
Welcome to the Kill Count, where we tally up the victims in all our favorite horror movies.
Hello? Xander? Hello?
Hi, I'm back. I unplugged my headphones just to watch my video. Cause you were gone and I was like, well, I'm gonna go to the bathroom.
Hold up, I've been live streaming for 22 minutes. It hasn't even felt that long.
What the crap?
Have I really been gone for 22 minutes?
I think so. Well, 22 minutes in your time, but like probably like 10 or 15 in my time. Remember? I live in Kansas.
I'm pretty sure
Which
22
means-
minutes is 22 minutes for all of us.
Well, your clock is faster than Kansas. Remember, you're in a different time zone.
Alright, what's the time for you? Cause mine it's 3:40 p.m.
Oh. Mine's 2:38.
p.m.
Yep.
In your time, I just got off school.
Oh. Wait, that's when I get off school too. At like 2 o'clock. I'm gonna go outside for a second. I'll come back.
Make me party leader before you leave.
What?
Can you make me party leader before you go?
I know. I'm going for just a second. I'm just going there for 1 second. Alright? They have to throw up.
Try flipping the light switch near the lamp. Not on and on. Now try. No, you don't need the light on. Ian, no.
Who's Ian?
My brother.
Dude, I'm trying to frickin' find gloves.
Knock it off. I'm not. I wasn't hurting him. I was just telling him to stop messing with the light.
Okay, dude, what are we playing?
I don't know. I'm trying. Let's do squads.
Okay, first, can you shout me out?
Shh. You know, you realize they could hear you too, right?
Crap. Crap, they heard all of my video! Were they on while you were gone?
What?
Were they on in your room while I was alone?
What?
while you were gone, were they on, like, were you recording in your room at that time?
No, I was helping my brother with his homework after I was done eating lunch.
No, could they hear me while you were gone?
No, because my mic, I don't know. My mic was muted, but probably.
Crap! But can you shout me out?
I'm not really good at it.
Oh wait, dude, I'm gonna do something. I'm turning on my Switch and I'm gonna play on my Switch. Apparently not, cause it's dead. Dude, I'm gonna unplug my headphones and go poop, so don't say anything bad.
You know my YouTube channel heard that. I'm telling you that you won't leave me alone. Guess, look, he's not even there. Look, what, hello? No answer. Hello? No answer. And you're bothering me. And I don't want you messing with my face. Knock it off.
Okay, so I want to tell mommy.
I don't want my face to be on. Surgically. Leave me alone, Annie. Well, I said to. No, there isn't. Yeah, I already saw that. Look. I even watched. Yeah, I already saw that. Hello? Can you guys hear me? What the hell? I helped you with your homework. I don't feel like. Go flying, ghetto, what the brand new hunt is little scram, ghetto.
Where's Faithan? Faithan is what? Sleeping. Stop screaming.
Girl, you're flying, ghetto. With the brand new ghetto, scam. Scam from ghetto. You pop star. Girl, you're flying, ghetto. With the brand new hospital. Scram from ghetto. You ghetto. Ghetto. Girl, you're flying ghetto with the brand new honey. It's little scram, scram, ghetto. You're a pop star. Let's get together. Like pepper, and feathers. Girl, you're flying ghetto with the brand new hot. It's little. Someone look like a couple, girl, rock star, he's gonna squeeze me. I got you right, yeah. Don't put up a fight, no. Put you on the side, girl, you on the side, yeah.
Stop! That's against the law!
What?
That's copyrighted! That song is copyrighted!
What
You
song?
need to shut up! The song you were just singing! It's
Last
gonna get
Forever
you
is not. Last
demonetized!
Forever is not copyrighted. Where'd you go?